Welcome back, everyone, to CSC Challenger Series Division number 1, as we are into round number 2. And boy, oh boy, do we've got a nice match for you, as it's Johnny Lackey going to take on Austin Braswell tonight. William Stuart here, per usual, alongside me, Mr. Sean Green. In the background, Nick Dichiria. Sean, you ready for this one?
Buddy, I cannot wait. If it's anything like last week, we're going to have a great time, and it'll be quick. But I don't think that's going to be the case tonight based on the interview process with Austin Braswell. Mentioned a little bit of he's going to kind of slow down and pace himself a little bit. That might add a little bit to the stream, but also I like that. I like that idea. I do. Johnny Lackey's kind of a rhythm thrower. That might be something that Austin, if he gets a little bit nervous, a little bit too adrenaline focused, he can start rushing those darts. And I remember last time that we saw him on stream, he did that a little bit. So it'll be nice to see him kind of back away from that a touch and get that done. But man, last week, let's talk about it real quick. Mike Maloney. Oh my goodness! Defeated Donald Spencer. What an opening week! 9-2 with the highest average of the division so far, a 5.85. Now, buddy, that is throwing down a gauntlet. What do you think?
Yeah, it certainly is. He threw quite the number last week, and it's not like we said it before. It's not like Donald was throwing bad numbers. He just wasn't throwing to the numbers that Mike was, and Mike was almost a whole mark ahead. It seemed like, and that's eye-popping numbers here for this CSC Challenger Series, and I expect a lot more of that down the road.
Let me see here real quick. I just want to be right about this. Yeah, Donald Spencer had the 8th highest average in Division 1, and he got beat 9-2.
What was that average, anyways?
It was a 4.94. So a little bit.
So just under a 5. I mean,
Yep.
Geez, that just shows you he wasn't that far off at all. But yeah,
Hey.
I think go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, I think you're right here for this evening about Austin, seeing how he plays this one. Austin's still kind of a newer player. We can't forget that, as Johnny Lackey, the complete opposite, a savvy veteran.
He's
Does
old.
that play? Does that play a does that play a factor? He's getting a little salt and pepper in that beard. I don't know if Dr. Handsome likes me saying that or not, but get a little salt and pepper.
Hey, when you're over 40, you can. If I look like that in 7 years, buddy, I am winning life. I'm telling you that right now. Tomball, Texas, Star City Live is who he's with. His wife Trisha Lackey, his rock. I mean, she's probably in the chat right now, thirsty comments because that's what she does, and I love that relationship. Right, throwing those flight faction. He's wearing the flight faction and throwing those 8 flight sponsored flights that he owns. He's throwing a 4.72 NPR. His actual league average is a 4.73. That's consistent, if I could say that. Previous match was a 9-6 victory over Jamie Kopp, who's a Wisconsinite. He had 9 marks. 2 of them were white horses, 22-7 marks, 25-5 marks, and 15 games played. On the reverse side of that, you have Austin Braswell. We got Texas versus Florida here. Apopka? That's what I'm going to go with. Florida. Apopka. His wife, Stacy Braswell, is definitely his rock as well. He played his first steel tournament this past weekend, so he's getting better at darts at the Jonathan Saunders 41st Florida Open, finishing second in the adult youth tournament. I don't know if he was the youth, but he finished second, so that's all that matters. He throws with deep state darts and Q-Soul, baby. Throwing a 4.56 NPR last week. His actual average is a 4.61, so right there, pretty close to Johnny. His previous match, though, it was mentioned in the interview if you saw it, a 9-8 victory over another Wisconsinite. So these guys are the Wisconsinite killers so far. That's Sean Cafflish. He had 10 9 marks. One of them was a white horse. 23 7 marks, 28 5 marks, and 17 games played. So, man, it's real even. It's real even tonight. Do you like the savvy veteran, or do you prefer the wily young gun, who's in his 3rd season of the CSC, by the way?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. He is in his 3rd season, but Johnny Lackey's been around for quite some time. I think he's been in the CSC Challenger Series for around 3 or 4 as well. So if not every CSC, I'm not sure on that one. Maybe not. We kind of all blends in together now, but I'm going to take the savvy vet. I'm going to take Johnny Lackey in this one. I'm going to take him 9-6, but we'll see.
Ooh.
We'll see what happens.
I
What about you?
I think it's closer. I think this is a close match this week. I have it at 9-7, and I have it going towards Lackey. But again, I think Braswell has a better shot to get past Lackey than most. He's ready to go. He's excited about this. Chat, let us know what you think. Who do you have in this one? And what's the final score prediction before we even get started? Usually we don't do that. I'm asking you guys right now. And how about this? If you're looking at this bracket here, the big thing from last week, and technically to this week, but they already played earlier. Rick Hensey and Sugar Shane Johnson are both in the loser side of the bracket. Both gentlemen have lost the giant killer, and that is Mr. John Edwards. John is averaging a 4.90 in his 2 matches, and his CSC average coming into this was not that. So you're seeing a much different John Edwards than his average showed early on.
Yeah, that is the truth there. So we'll see if John from Correctionville, Iowa, can mark his place possibly in the King Seat match down the road. But a couple mentionables as well: Steve Diker, Mike Carter going on tonight. That's an appetizing match, as well as one below it, as Santa Kenny Doyle is taking on another Skybox player and Brian Dennis. So unfortunately, some Skybox players meet once again. Back-to-back Skybox players for Brian.
How about that bottom matchup? Leonard Gates versus the PPD Nationals singles champion for level 1, Mike Scarborough, who triple dipped Jules Van Doggen to win that bad boy. So, and the winner of Kenny Doyle, Brian Dennis, plays the winner of Leonard Gates, Mike Scarborough, and fireworks are starting to go off in the CSC Challenger Series already. What do you think?
Yes, they certainly are. They certainly are. Well, we're about getting ready to go underway here. We'll kind of take a dabble at the losers side here in a little while, but how about a mentionable for this one? as well. The winner will advance to take on either Mike Maloney or Jeff Meduna.
Yeah.
So, what a
I mean,
what a delight that should be.
let's put it this way. Johnny Lackey didn't mention, or he mentioned Mike Maloney in a I've beaten him before type of situation on the interview for a reason, I think. I think he's looked ahead in the bracket and he sees them, and that might be a little bit dangerous for him to start talking about Mike Maloney this early on. He still has to get through Austin. And look at how busy it is there. Getting some love before he gets started, some good lucks. The skybox is always hopping. There's a lot of players they're playing out of there. And not only that, how about this? Michigan's Motor City Darts. I don't know if you can see him back there. Mr. Brian Henry is in the background. He's wearing the gray shirt there. There he is.
What the
And
heck is he doing there?
he is visiting for some reason. I didn't actually get that answer, but he's there for his daughter's softball tournament. So he gets to witness all these great darts in person. I know he's excited to be there. There's the wave from Brian. Brian actually, at TOC this year, his partner was Austin Braswell, and the only team that they beat was Johnny Lackey's team. So that's going to be another interesting aspect of this, right?
It very well could be here as we take a look from Thirsties in Houston, Texas.
Oh yeah, and they got the disco ball flowing, so you know that Johnny is ready to go with that. And if you've never watched before, let's go over the format and specific rules for the CSC Challenger Series. It is a double elimination style tournament. Players play a race to 9, best of 17 legs, all cricket with a cork or 3-dart count up to start the match. The loser of the previous leg will start the next leg after that. If either player is down 3 or more legs, which I'm not expecting tonight, they will continue to go first until the deficit is reduced to 2 legs. This is the PPD player advantage rule. If we go the distance, players will cork for the start of the last leg decider. And man, look, some days I'm not hoping for the distance because I'm exhausted. I'm about as exhausted as I can be, and I hope this goes the distance because if it does, it's going to be a great matchup. And I'm looking forward to every second of it.
I certainly am as well. And we are getting underway here with our diddle, cork, or bull up. I guess in this case, it's not considered a bull up as they're going for the highest here.
Well,
Oh, come on.
look
Hey,
at that.
we just saw him warming up, throw a ton 80 when we hopped on over to our game screen. That's immediately what he did, threw a ton 80. I was wondering if he's going to warm up the same way. And he will get the start.
Yes, he will. Johnny Lackey, just it's nice to just throw a 92 with just whipping them in there the last 2 darts. But Austin Braswell with the start, and he'll get going here pretty quickly. I think he started out on fire last week. He said he's just got to control the fact that it is not a sprint; it's a marathon, and he can't sprint ahead, thinking that Johnny's not going to be able to catch him because that's not how that's going to roll today. But look at this. Jacob Worthy saying 180, LOL. Brian Henry throwing in the 180 on the diddle. Watching from Crook, Colorado. Guys, let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know who you have in this one. The beautiful Miss Olivia Terry in the chat. Shout out to her. She got the he started out 9 mark again on the 20s. Boom goes the dynamite for the Floridian there to get us started. Wow. How do you go 180 on the diddle and then go 9 mark right there? How does that happen, man? We haven't even seen that before.
Well, I think he's determined tonight. He wants to prove a point here. There's some smack talk being had here, and he goes perfect as he continues on here. And then, of course, you say perfect, you're going to ruin it. So we'll just end that right then and there. But yeah, good start here for Austin Braswell in this CSC Challenger Series Division number 1, round 2 matchup.
Yeah, well, he made me stop what I was saying about Olivia Terry. She won the highest NPR average for a female out of anyone who played in a vendor that was at Indiana State. So shout out to her. I think it was like a 3.6 something, which is insane. Ridiculous darts being thrown right here. How about Austin Braswell? A 6.33 to get us started. He is in fuego as we get going.
Terry may be a hidden gem of mine for that Booyah Cup here in a couple weeks, just so you know.
Yeah, Austin. Okay, I
So
like that.
there you go. I figured I might as well go ahead and mention that one, that Olivia Terry, as well as
Oh yeah.
I think there's a few others in that women's bracket that's going to be tasty, but looking forward to that one. Yeah, well, Austin's off to the races here in this one to start us off. 6'5".
Yeah, it's usually difficult to win to a 6'5", if I'm being honest with you. I've never had to experience that myself, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty tough. He goes double bull to throw a 6'4'3", MPR. He actually lowered his average, but that was only because he had to. Otherwise, that was pretty perfect. How many rounds did that go? 5?
Not many, as
That
he
might have
was
been.
he threw a 9 mark. I think he threw 2 7 marks in there as well.
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that's the fastest round of CSC Challenger Series Division 1, if I'm not mistaken. That was quick.
Well,
We got a 1-0 scoreline.
you mentioned last week that it was a fairly quick board or a fairly quick match. This is going to be the same. Johnny Lackey and Austin don't mess around. You'll see here as we switch on over, Johnny's going to be at the board ready to go here. As that ticks on over, boom, he's throwing his first dart.
Yeah, there you go. 14 dart out to take leg number 1. So we didn't even throw 15 darts. That's pretty darn good.
Pretty darn good indeed, sir.
Well,
Ben, thanks for helping us out with that information. Ben's a nice gentleman who's always chiming in here on our platforms to watch some darts. So wanted to mention that.
I love it, man. And shout out to everyone who's watching along from Indiana, from Indiana State. That I got to meet this weekend. I really appreciate it. I know I saw that earlier from Damien. It was a pleasure to meet you as well, man. We got a lot of Johnny, some Austin in there, but a lot of Johnny in the rooting for that. So we'll see kind of how this goes, buddy. It's going to be a good one. Guys, let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know who you have in this. If you do so, you can be entered into tonight's live stream giveaway brought to you by A2ZDarts.com. Tonight's raffle winner will receive a set of Target Sync darts. It's an 80% tungsten dart on their line, so it's still a great dart, but free darts. I'm always in for that. So hit that like button, leave a comment in the chat, let us know who you have in this one, and you'll be automatically entered to win that live stream giveaway. And A to Z Darts has chosen to feature the Target Sync range. Sync is the economically priced 80% tungsten range, featuring nicely balanced and engineered barrels that serve a multitude of grip styles and throws out there. An excellent starter dart for new players. You can also browse the rest of the recent Target 2023 launch, the Target 2023 launch. Just click on the banner on the homepage over at a-zdarts.com. That's Johnny Lackey and Austin Braswell a little bit slower moving in this one. Maloney is up 5-0, I guess, throwing insane darts again this week.
Well, thanks for letting us know in the chat if you got it from there.
That's where I got
Good
it.
stuff. Yeah, I figured you did, but just wanted to make sure here. Yeah, those Target Sync darts, man. I got a steel tip set of those with the featuring the Swiss points. They're nice barrels. Why not get yourself a set or get yourself a chance to win a set per se?
There you go. Johnny Jenkins in the chat saying, "What's up, fellas? All the way from New York. Good to have you here, brother."
Bob won 9-6 over Jordan Meyer.
Wow.
Bob Anderson. So
yep. Moving on over. And we got Tim Valcoon from Minnesota saying Johnny 9-8. OKC saying 9-6, Johnny. I love it. A lot of people tuning in with us right now, guys. Hit that share button. Let everyone know this is going to be a dogfight tonight. And look at this from Austin Braswell trying to get back into this with 3 in the bed on the 16s. That's the second 9 mark and that many legs. Still a little bit behind. 49 points to say the least, but now it's 101 points. So you can go ahead and look over. No, 109 points, sorry. Then you can look over there and goes back up to the 20s. Might as well make it 169. How you doing, bud?
Hey, I'm sitting back enjoying this match so far. When it comes to the CSC Challenger Series, I'm just excited to have some new names in the mix. to see some savvy veterans such as Johnny Lackey, as well as some CSC veterans like Austin Braswell, kind of toeing the Aki versus each other. So, yeah, this is going to be good
Oh,
stuff. Door
oh,
opener. Door opener.
usually Johnny be good, but Johnny be bad right there. And Austin can take advantage of it. Not going to, though. He can get the point lead, but that's about it.
Yeah, unfortunate there for him, as Johnny's going to be just 2 fat singles away from closing that 16 if he so chooses. That's exactly what I would do. Go ahead and hit that 20, close that 16 out of here. That's exactly what he does. Now, I wonder how Austin is on the 15s. We saw him gun for that number 18s, trip 17s over to the 15s instead of the 16s last time out. Needs a triple here. Can't find it.
Just wire. And that's going to pretty much give Johnny the opportunity here to really take advantage here. If we can switch all in over.
As Nick says,
There it is.
fair point in the background.
Big darts there from Johnny Lackey. Takes out leg number 2 with a 4.36 to a 4.5. They start out in the threes, the mid threes, through like 3 legs of that one. Here we go. 1-1 scoreline. And there's Miss Trisha Lackey in the chat saying, let's go, babe. Gina saying, this. I think this will be a barn burner. I'd like to see Austin take it 9-7 from Minnesota. Speaking of Hollanday, did you see what Brett Hollanday averaged in Division 2? As boom goes the dynamite again for Austin Braswell with the 9 mark on the 20s. That is his 3rd time throwing a 180 in 3 legs of darts, but that included the diddle.
Just to remark on your Brett Hollanday, that doesn't surprise me one bit. I think he took 2nd in the Booyah Cup qualifiers 4 times, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I don't want to keep mentioning the Booyah Cup, but I mean, that just shows you how good Brett is. I mean, he's a talented player.
Yeah, well, a 5.08 average would have been good enough for 6th in the CSC Challenger Series Division 1. And he did that in Division 2. As Lackey fills it up on the 18s, we'll give him his first boom goes the dynamite on that one. It's the 2nd 9 mark, but fair, I give him, that one. Actually, it's the first 9 mark.
Yeah, Austin's had all of our 9 marks so far, and 2 of them have been on the 20s.
Well, I mean, Austin Braswell coming fresh off a steel tournament here. That's really going to show that his 20s and his doubling actually would be probably where he's most comfortable right now. And he was really excited to be out there. When I played League with him after that interview that you guys will see later on, or if you already watched it in advance. And he literally was going doubles for every single out, even though it was Fat Bull 01, just because he wanted to make sure he get that extra practice in no matter what type of board he was playing on.
Gotta love it. Mark McFadden sent me a message personally and saying, Johnny be bad. LOL.
Nice to see Mark's chatting with you because he never texts me anymore.
Well,
your player manager.
I was about to say, he's not my sponsored player, so he doesn't want to have to talk to the boss all the time. Big. How about another 9 mark for Austin Braswell? He has 4 in 3 legs, and that does not include the 180.
Tasty stuff from Braswell.
He called for this match. He wanted it, and he is so far living up to it. But remember, it is a marathon here at the CSC Challenger Series. It is not a sprint. You must be able to pace yourself too. So these great legs have to also be met with some very good legs. You saw last week Maloney didn't average below a 5.22 the entire time.
Yeah, that was I don't think we've ever seen that. Have we ever? Yeah, I think we've seen it one time in our CSC Challenger Series where somebody didn't average at least one time in the 4s.
Did you see that from Johnny?
Yeah, he's yelling at him at his flights.
He's like, that one's blocked and that one's blocked, so now what do I do? He only closes the 20 instead because he had to, and he knew he had to. Hey, he's mad about it.
He's still converted. You see Wendy down there just saying some stuff to Austin as he steps to the line there.
Yeah, Wendy, one of the owners of the Skybox Tavern, with her husband, Daryl.
Tell you what, they take their darts seriously there at Skybox.
And not only that, she supports her darters at the Skybox as well.
Exactly, and that's good to see. I mean, we see it a lot. Bull shooters got a lot of support there for their team members. We see a lot of Wisconsinites support each other. They're at Thirsties. They've got a pretty good support system. But yeah, you see how many people are standing behind Austin, cheering him on in this one. Now there may be some members on the side for Johnny.
Yep.
Let's not say that, but there is.
I was going to say exactly what Johnny did was exactly what I thought Johnny would do. He's going to put the pressure on Austin to hit 3 bulls here. If
Yep.
Austin doesn't, Johnny can hit 3 of his own and win the leg and kind of steal it from him. And that's not a start that he wanted to see.
Gotta hit a double here.
And that is a blocked single. Yep. Kissed off the flight, man. It lays so flat in soft tip.
For the win, Johnny Lackey needing one more bowl.
Oh no, Johnny Lackey. He did all the work to set it up too, and he is not going to get it done. And Austin now really has to take advantage of that.
Perfect.
And it looks like he's going to.
Perfect technique, wrong execution. 4.14 for Austin Braswell will win the leg.
Look at Brian Henry back there. Austin's not one of his players, right? Like no one in that room is one of his players for Motor City Darts, and he is still pacing kind of back there. He's dancing around. He's about as nervous as anyone in that room. This is great.
Yeah, it just shows there's people out there that are just darts fans, and when it comes to this PPD system, CSC, I mean, we saw it at TOC this past year. I mean, there's a lot of folks that just want to watch good darts happen. Brian's definitely one of those individuals. Good to see him down there supporting these individuals tonight.
Guys, if you are just joining because you just heard about how amazing this match is going so far with another 9 mark from Austin Braswell, that's number 6 of the night and number 5 for him. And, of course, Nick's homering in the background in case you guys want to know. Danny Baggish tuning in with us. What's up, brother? We get to see him in a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, him and Sven are hanging out at Osage Beach this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one this weekend. I'll be trying to head there Saturday as well. Play some steel tip.
Austin with the veteran move there to stay on the 19s the whole way. He did not suck into the Sven to the look at the hero dart. Johnny does look at the hero dart as I say that. We'll see what Austin can do to kind of respond. He only needs 1 treble to take the point lead. Gets the point lead. He's staying there. Smart darts from Austin Braswell.
Really playing. He's off to a really good start here. Let's see if he can kind of maintain throughout this match. You said it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Let's see if he can do that.
Dustin Holt in the chat talking trash to Baggish.
Well, Dustin Holt or Baggish don't know what's coming for this weekend. That's the truth, because I'm about to show you guys a thing or two on that steel tip board.
Oh boy.
And that's called a successful 2.5 mark in cricket.
I was about to say, he won 1 tournament and all of a sudden, here we go. How about that from Johnny Lackey? Regains control a little bit. Austin needs a 9 mark to really get back in this. It's not like it's not been done by him before. I think there's already been 6 of them or 5 of them.
Looks like Sean Cafflish came out on top of Jamie Kopp in the losers slide tonight.
That's a Wisconsinite on Wisconsinite battle right there. Yep. Austin gets the extra triple. 7 mark there from him. We'll see what Lackey can do to respond. And that's the most dead air time we've had so far.
Yeah, so far we haven't had much, but we got to have a little bit here and there. A little bit here and there.
Yeah, you would think I have not been working 8 days straight.
Hey, it's dedication, buddy. Throw in that throat lozenge and go to work, my man.
No, you mentioned some people are just darts fans. That's just all I am. Gotta love it. Guys, enter into tonight's live stream giveaway brought to you by A2ZDarts.com by leaving a comment in the chat. Let us know who you're tuning in for. Who do you have in this one? Where are you from? Tonight's raffle winner will receive a set of Target Sync darts. Free darts. I mean, and if we know how the packages are set up, there's also maybe some flight packages, maybe some shafts in there. Throwing a little extra stuff from Gen Mounts when it happens.
I mean, who doesn't like free darts? Come on. Okay, a little sporadic with that dart there. Just going for a fat though, so no harm, no foul as he's able to collect the wedge and move on.
Kevin McClanahan in Indiana, just became friends with him on Facebook. How about Danny K says Braswell 9-7. Josh Cunningham says free darts, baby. I love it. Oh, Fallon, Missouri in the chat. And of course, Omaha. Todd Martin asking, is this the same venue as Gates versus Hensey? I believe Gates does play at Thirsties. So yes, where Johnny is playing, that is Thirsties. Hensey plays in Minnesota, but that is a Skybox Tavern where Austin Braswell is, which is Kenny Doyle's home bar. Brian Dennis. We have Jesse Gore. We've seen on the Siege many times, or on the Siege, sorry, on CSC Challenger Series many times. Never on the Siege.
I believe we do have cameras now at Hensey's location, though, so we should.
Nope.
Nope, we don't, not yet. Okay, I thought we did. I thought I heard that rumor, but maybe I was mistaken. So, okay.
Well, there's the 9 mark from Austin Braswell. It's almost like second nature now that we're going to call it a boom goes the dynamite about every 5 or 6 throws from him.
Doing just what he needs to do to kind of stay ahead. It's up to Braswell to go ahead and turn the tide here. Big triple. Now he can steal one of these numbers if he so chooses. He chooses for the 20.
Well, he'd been so automatically on the trip 20 that you just assume it's going to go every time he's going to get one.
I really thought it was going to go that dart too, and I was like, does he take a shot at that double 18, possibly the trip 18? Instead, right back down to the trip 17. I like that option there as he and Johnny Lackey need the ton to get out ahead, and that's exactly what he did. So right back to work for Braswell.
How about Todd Martin tuning in from Alberta, Canada, watching along with us? Gotta love that.
We'd love to see Canada back in our system down the road.
I can't not say this, but Shiloh Evans said, shout out to the delicious Nickalicious.
Ooh, Nickalicious, mate. Ooh, that may be our go-to now.
We're in round 13, and they're over 1,000 points apiece. That's gross. That's gross.
How does that trash bag commercial go? Hefty, hefty, hefty.
That's exactly what it is. Oh, and now Austin cannot look at the 18s, and he doesn't get the 16s either. Tough wire on the trip 8. How about Cheyenne, Wyoming? Watch along. I don't know if we've seen a lot of Wyoming in the chat, but there's Johnny Lackey kind of really taking control of the leg. Austin throwing a 5-2-3 and losing.
For another Brule has it.
Jay reminded me that Jesse Gore plays out of Brewlands, not Skybox. I apologize for the misspeak. And there is Johnny Lackey with a 1050 on the point total. Wow is right, 4.93. And Andrew Richard does not know Austin Braswell. It says, watching from Crystal Lake, Illinois, rooting for the dude, hitting 9 marks like crazy. I love it. Yeah, 14 rounds is all it took for them both to be over 1,000 points.
No big deal, buddy. Certainly throwing some heat tonight. Well, I figured they were going to end up in, but.
Yep, you got stuck with hefty now, so good luck with that.
You're welcome.
I would rather have dynamite than a trash bag, so.
Well, I'm trash, so what would you expect, buddy?
Supersonic's asking a question. This is a skybox question, if I've ever heard one. Is it just me, or does it look like Braswell's foot looks like it's barely over the line? That is literally the design of skybox. It does not have a typical line. At the place I've been there personally, I've thrown on it. It's kind of a raised little midsection there, but it doesn't look. The angle of the camera makes it look like his foot's over, and it's not.
Mm-hmm. It's the it's a carpet overlay. So it's one of those metal carpet overlays that they've got kind of streamed across there, from my understanding. So that's what you kind of see in that little hump there, and it's a little bit deceiving.
Yep. Yeah, metal strip runs the bar. Yep. It's interesting to throw on the first time. And that's my excuse for losing to Nick. It's the pleats in the pants. Oh, that's awesome. You guys are cracking me up tonight.
Oh, you got over 600 viewers right now. That's amazing to see. But hey, there's always room for a little bit more. Share this around. Let everybody know we're live right now for the CSC Challenger Series, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. Thanks to them for allowing USA Darts to bring you this coverage as well. Whether you're watching on their page or ours, we appreciate you being here.
And hey, Will, do you want to know how to become eligible to play in the major PPD events like the CSC Challenger Series?
Why not, buddy? Why not? I would love to hear it.
Well, players become eligible for those by playing in PPD leagues and daily remote tournaments, or DRTs. Leagues are starting daily, so get involved by going to dartstoc.com and checking out the map. The map will show any location with G3 boards within the PPD system. They are always accepting new members, so if you're not seeing anything in your area, have your vendor contact them on the website. From there, players can sign up for leagues on the website. And it doesn't take a ridiculous amount of games to be eligible either. Consistently playing one league a week will keep a player eligible for this event in the future. Again, go to dartstoc.com to get signed up today. That's how. I say it to you every week. I don't know why you don't know now.
I don't know why you haven't gotten involved yet in this action. I mean, there's so much to be fighting for here. So many dollar bills on the line. Why don't you get involved?
Yeah, 4,500 of those bad boys going to first place here. Just in Division 1. With second place getting $2,250. Whew! That is some cash, if I've ever heard it. And they are still on the 20s and 19s. How about them apples? 2-2 score line.
A 1,000-point game incoming.
Do you still feel like the final score is going to be 9-6, Johnny, based on the start here?
I don't know. I mean, Austin's really off to a tear. I mean, we could definitely see this go the distance here.
Jordan Meyer in the chat. He doesn't even say Maloney's name. He refuses. Good old laughing assassin. I can hear him laughing from here. How about a 6 mark there from Johnny? Austin got a little bit of work to do on those 19s. Or on the 18s, sorry. And he is doing the work. Shocker. Boom goes the dynamite. Number 7 for Austin Braswell. Johnny only has 1 so far, which is also not something that we would have thought about at this point. Remember, Austin had 10 total in 17 legs of darts last week. And he has 7 already in 5 legs of darts, 4.5 legs of darts. Chris is saying you're wrong.
Austin's just been so dedicated to his game lately. Watching his determination shows that he wants to be one of those names that people know, and he wants to get out of his scene, out of his element, and kind of really elevate it. And I think that someone put it earlier, the old bull versus young bull here is exactly how this fight kind of feels between these two.
Sorry if I've been a little bit quiet. I had to throw some verbal haymakers the way of Mike Maloney, as he looks to be up 9 or 8-1 right now.
Oh. Well, he's almost had comebacks on him like that. I made Nick laugh so hard he coughed. Let's see if Austin takes a look at the 19s. He's looking down at him. And he takes back control with an 8 mark. You got to say it, Will.
What? I'll say it right after this 9.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my goodness.
Would have been an 8 mark anyway. No, it wouldn't have. Would have been, yeah, it would have been an 8 mark. And they're in round 13, and, well, Austin's already over 1,000 points again.
Well, we're starting to see him neck and neck in points is the thing. There's no discrepancy or a little bit of a one player down and out. So yeah, we're starting to see a heavy point battle, and instead of that aggressive play of attacking those numbers.
Look at that. John Edwards wins a couple matches on the CSC Challenger Series against some big name players and decides to take a cruise, as he is on a ship somewhere in the Gulf right now.
Well, I think Mike Maloney just put this one away, and I thought it was 9 or 8-1. It was actually a 9-0 win for Mike Maloney.
Wow. Well, how about a boom goes the dynamite there for Austin Braswell again. Hit the white horse this time.
After the first 5 rounds, Austin Braswell was averaging under a 4. And then by the end of this has come all the way up to a 5-4-3. That's no easy feat to play a game of this many rounds and both players are averaging in the 5s, let alone after starting from not as high of a point as they would like to be.
This is the type of match I needed tonight, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I needed this drag out, knockdown, heavy point, exciting matchup. It's keeping my attention. It is keeping me awake because I think I got home from school today and fell asleep on the couch right away. No pillow. Toronto, Canada watching along with us.
Hey, gotta love that. Gotta love that. Lots of Canadians joining us, whether it be on Facebook and or YouTube platforms. Thanks for tagging along.
Hey, how about a 7 mark on the 20s to start out leg number 6 here for Johnny Lackey. Austin Braswell up 3-2 early on. If you remember, he mentioned in the interview, and you guys are going to see it after leg number 7 again, if you've not said it or seen it before. He started out hot last week, and the final score was 9-8. So you're just hoping that he keeps the pressure on here. And Johnny is definitely keeping the pressure on Austin. Austin is not winning easily any of these legs, even though he has thrown fire. That first leg was pretty easy. But other than that, he's been, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
It's definitely been A good one. It's been back and forth here. Back and forth. Oh, look at this. A moment of
Boom.
greatness.
Goes the Texan there. His second on the evening. His first white horse. And that was needed.
You said hefty wrong.
I love it. Eric Ramsey saying, I appreciate the stream this weekend, so I think to play. Eric, we missed you this weekend, buddy. But got to see your brother J-Bob do pretty well. That was always fun. Good old indie families, man. A lot of indie families play darts. And you can attest to this, Will. Being tired from a weekend from streaming is a good tired, right? Like it's never a bad tired. It's always like it's a good tired. And how about that 5.4 from Johnny Lackey to get leg number 6 done? We got one more until we head to the break. Yep. Austin, go ahead and throw that out there. Let him know.
I don't know what you're talking about. There can be a bad tired. It can be grueling, especially when you're talking not just the weekend, but a couple extra days as well. So,
well,
kudos to you.
I also work with a 3 or 4 person crew most times, where they do all the heavy lifting beforehand, and I just have to talk. So we have different roles kind of on our streams too. You do everything, and I try to do a little bit from time to time. And how about Franny Kicks Akala? 310 stars. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Every time now, every time he comments on me, he calls himself Franny, and I appreciate it.
Braswell starting us off with a 5 mark on the 20s.
I think Fouché is hating on your hefty.
Fouché hates on everything, my man. What's new?
He likes Boom Goes the Dynamite. As we get one there from Johnny Lackey. See what Austin can do. He has loved the 20s early on. And as I say that, he only gets 4 of them. So the foot came off the gas a little bit.
Shane letting us know about the scoreboard. It's actually that 4-3 score line is including the dental. So it's actually still 3-3. That game screen does deceive you a little bit there. So if you're just tuning into our CSC Challenger Series, that is why that game screen shows 4-3 and our scoreboard shows 3-3.
Yeah, first of all, Shane, we're happy that you're joining us this season for the CSC Challenger Series, but there's the 9 mark on the 20s from Austin. I called it just a hair early. But that's always one of those where tell us how you haven't watched CSC Challenger Series before. Type of comments. And I love them. They happen all the time, man. It happens every week. So I appreciate it. Hey, you always got to keep us on our toes because, like, if it's my stream, I'm messing up that scoreboard left and right. Nick Dichiria is a consummate pro, though. But he is flipping back and forth tonight, so he does have double the duty that he normally does. Plus, how about that interview, bud? Live from Skybox? He should just travel over the country and do the interviews like that.
I mean, honestly, if he had the time and could do it, man, that was a great one. Good job to Nick for running that one. No need to talk, Nick. You don't got a script. No need to chat. Just kidding, buddy. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say great work to you guys as well, but never mind. I take that back now. No, Johnny Lackey's like, why don't I get my interview in person? Because I had to do it days in advance rather than usually I try to do it the day of the match when they're thinking about it. And apparently PPD's supposed to loan me the jet next time, so we'll see how that works.
Alrighty, so it's Cuda it is for you, my man.
You know, there are 5 people that just now believe that PPD has a jet.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I was like. Cuda it is because they don't have one of those jets.
If they do, I would like that to be my flight to TOC. Thank you.
Braswell is really just tearing it up right now.
Yeah, this is impressive stuff. And like I said, early on, here's what I'm gonna say. This is just expecting things to go away that I'm not sure that they're gonna go. Okay, I want to make that perfectly clear. But Johnny, the amount of pressure he's putting on Austin every single game, Austin is having to throw absolute fire darts to win the legs that he's winning. That's going to tire someone out way quicker than they want to be tired out. Does that make sense? Like mentally draining.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of his strategy is just to tire him out. I should let you respond before I just say another thing next time.
Oh, yeah, hey. Do your thing, man. I got just shunned via phone real quick from Mike Maloney because I was talking too much trash. So
Uh-oh.
Good stuff. Jeremy asking us if we're streaming NDA this year in Vegas. Yes, USA Darts will be there to stream it.
Yeah, it's actually going to be a really good crew that weekend.
Well, somebody unfortunately couldn't show, so
look
had
at
to
that.
fill the gap. Had to fill the gap.
I think we have our longest flight in the chat here that we've ever had before. Hi from New Zealand, Wellington, New Zealand, for Daniel Connolly. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. How about you, brother?
I actually watched the Sharks this weekend via ESPN Plus. The Sharks will be a rugby team over there, so kind of made a little splash in New Zealand.
Brandon Pitt saying Austin Braswell better take this, and this leg's starting to get a little chippy at the end, huh?
It definitely is. It definitely is, but it has a lot of meaning to it. We haven't seen a break, a throw yet.
It's true.
So, will there be one before we head into our break?
I don't foresee one unless something crazy happens, and now I don't see anything crazy happening. Although he did fall out into two pretty good numbers there. But looks like it's just going to be out of reach for him. Even this round missed, which kind of was badly there by Austin. Johnny can take the lead, but that's about it. He can't close everything. And with the one bull, you kind of have to just stay on the bulls. Austin can hit two in a round. Those guys, if they miss more than one, or if they hit only one, that's a terrible round for them. But as I say it, Austin, you better hit the start. He does hit that dart. And there you go. He will take a 4-3 lead.
Yeah, nice 4-3 lead. No breaks of throw heading into our break. Just to mention our averages, why don't we go ahead and do that one real quick? Right now, Austin Braswell throwing a 4.8 going into our break. We'll get the numbers on Johnny Lackey as we head into our interviews. William Stuart here alongside me, Sean Green and Nick Dichiria. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this match.
Don't go anywhere, guys. Hit that share button.
Hi there, everyone. I am Nick Dichiria, joined by none other than Austin Braswell at Skybox Tavern over in Kissimmee, Florida. Austin, how are you?
I'm doing good, man.
And this is a little different than our normal interviews. I know we're used to doing them like virtually and whatnot, but face to face, how's it feel with the Friday night lights on here?
It's definitely a lot brighter in here than it normally is, but no big deal.
Well, the reason we're talking is because you're in the CSC once again. You've been in the last 3 seasons now, and you've done some great damage each time, and you've consistently improved. Can you talk to us a little bit about why you have such a competitive drive?
I mean, growing up playing competitive sports all my life, I've been competitive in everything. And then getting into darts and seeing how the top shots, how competitive you have to be to play. if you're not competitive, you can't play.
Well, I mean, you're showing that you're a true competitor. Your first week match against Sean Kaflish was a riot, to say the least. I mean, it was 9-8, you told me. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened during that match?
Yeah, so, I mean, I started off pretty strong, and he started off not so hot. We took a break, and when we came back from the break, he just didn't miss. And he closed the gap on me, and we got down to the last game, and I just ended up pulling it out at the end.
Well, Sean Kaflish, of course, is known for his match against Brian Dennis on the stream a season or two ago, where they duked it out and were hitting 9 marks and held the record for most 9 marks. So that's a tough opponent to get through. But now you kind of got an easy match set up here against Johnny Lackey.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's not good. He's terrible. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, great dude. I met him at TOC for the first time this past year, and we've kept in touch. We've played a couple times. You know, he's a great shot.
Well, I mean, you're a pretty cool and collected person. So when I saw your message after Monday saying, hey, I want to play Johnny on the stream, can you tell us a little bit about why you were ready for it to be streamed?
Don't get me wrong. I think I still had some adrenaline going. I had a good match, and I was pumped up. Had a little bit of drink. Don't get me wrong. I'm not scared. I do still want to play him on the stream. It doesn't matter where we play. But yeah, I was pumped up. I still am. I'm ready to go.
And what's going to be your key to success on coming out on top?
Staying calm, staying collected, slowing down. Don't rush the game.
And that's going to be a good approach because, I mean, he has shown time and time again. Him and John Edwards had the unofficial 9 marks record last season when they played an amazing match that we got a chance to tune in for. But I heard that the prize on the line is Baby Handsome goes to the winner. Is that correct?
No. He doesn't know it yet. I'm going to message him after this. But definitely Dr. Handsome. The name is going to be on the line for sure.
Well, let's look towards the end of the season now. There's a lot of money at stake for first place here. What would you do with the prize money?
Probably the same thing I said last time, and probably the same thing I'll say every time is just spend it on more darts, probably.
And can you tell me why Stacy's the key to your success?
She keeps me out of my head for the most part. She keeps me down to earth, and I mean, pretty much just solid every time I play.
Well, it shows. And do you want to say anything to your friends, fans, family, anybody else that's going to be watching along?
I just want to give a big shout out to Skybox, where we are right now. Absolutely love the atmosphere here. Love playing here. Shout out to Deep State, helping me out, getting me noticed a little bit more. So
you're getting noticed by your dart merit as well. I've seen you time and time again grow throughout the years that I've been watching you, and far past wherever I was as a dart player all that time ago. So we're excited to see what you bring to the table against your match against Johnny Lackey, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
The target Sync darts range from the 2022 launch is here. Sync is an 80% tungsten range, very economically priced, featuring nicely balanced and engineered barrels that definitely suit a multitude of grip styles and throws out there. There are 5 total options in the Sync range, 3 steel tip labeled 01 through 03, and 2 soft tip barrels labeled 10 and 11, with multiple barrel weights for each option. Starting with steel tip 01, this is the straight barrel. We've got our matte sandblasted texture in the rear, our typical chrome radial grooves in the front. I'm personally impressed that the entire Sync range is fitted with Swiss Point. It's a pretty sweet upgrade for the price range that these darts are in. All right, some final thoughts. The Sync range is an excellent starter dart for someone that's getting a little more serious into the game.
My name is Johnny Lackey. I'm playing out of Thirsties in Stagecoach, Texas, and I play for Star City Amusements.
Well, Johnny Lackey, Dr. Handsome, back at it once again, the CSC Challenger Series, a familiar face for those that have been watching along through the beginning here. First off, how have you been?
Good. Just enjoying the life of a toddler.
I imagine that's a handful, but so is your dart game on the board. One of the things I want to talk to you about in particular, compared to other times we've talked, you come off as a very confident individual. Do you feel like that kind of plays into your dart game as well, as far as that confidence?
Oh yeah, for sure. If you're not confident in what you're doing, then you're going to struggle, because then you doubt yourself, and I don't doubt myself. So.
Well, someone else that sounded real confident was Austin Braswell when I was interviewing him about your match. Can you guys tell me about your history here?
Well, I met him at TOC this year. He's a good shot. He's come a long way in a fast time. The funny part about it is he took third with Brian Dennis in Florida. But the funny part about it is he was the third choice. I was the choice before him, and I couldn't make it.
Oh,
that's why he got third instead of getting first.
Interesting development. And from my understanding, the winner of this match actually gets to keep the Dr. Handsome name. So is that correct?
I have nobody's ever told me that, but either way, when I get done with him, he's going to have too much weight on his face. He's going to have to shave that bottom beard he's got.
I mean, we're watching a tough bracket, as every season is, with Mike Maloney averaging a 5.8 after his first match. When you see averages like that from those guys, and knowing that you're capable of putting them up yourself, do you feel like it motivates you more?
Yeah, for sure, because it makes me know that I'm going to have to hit more in this nap. But, I mean, I've beaten Mike before. I beat him last year in the Booyah Cup. In the winter side.
Now let's look at the end of the bracket here. Fast forward a few weeks. Let's say you come out on top in the CSC. What would you use that prize money for?
Bills. I mean, kids gotta, daycare is expensive. So,
More than an admirable use, by the way.
Yeah.
And now, is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else watching along?
Well, I mean, this year is a little different. It's the brackets are getting tougher and tougher. I mean, you can see Division II, the averages are getting higher and higher. To be in a Division II, it's still a 4.2
to a 4.5 basically.
Yeah. And so it just makes it tougher for us to stay in Division I when all of our averages are going up. So it's just making it tougher. And I'm glad that our fans and friends and family get to watch when we get on the stream. And this week's been, since they get announced for me, it's been fun. I've gotten a lot of messages and a lot of people saying that who's going to win and whatnot. And I like the fact that he's got friends rooting for him, and I have people rooting for me, and there's money being thrown around, and it's going to be fun.
Well, I have to agree with you on that one. There's a lot of tension, a lot of excitement, and a lot of anxious waiting to see how this match turns out. And Dr. Handsome, we wish you nothing but the best of luck in your match.
I'm Johnny Lackey, and you're watching the CSC Challenger Series.
Well, welcome back once again to the CSC Challenger Series, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts. We're going to waste no time as we are back underway with Austin Braswell taking on Johnny Lackey. It was a 4.8 for Austin Braswell going into the break, and a 4.66 average for Johnny. So pretty identical averages. What do you say?
Did you see how thirsty Johnny was to get started in that leg?
Well, he's sitting at Thirsties. He's going to be thirsty. Come on now.
And Austin keeps throwing like this. See, he might be sitting in a skybox here a little bit later on.
That didn't work
No,
out.
I tried. I thought about the Thirsties one. I didn't think about the skybox one. I tried to pull it off anyway.
Well, we haven't seen a break of throw yet. Is this going to be the leg? It's off to a predominant no.
That's shouting at us real hard. Yeah,
it's shouting at us real hard right now, but we'll see. We'll see.
We've seen Austin. His power scoring has been there, to say the least. Now, will the break affect it? It's been 10 minutes. You don't know what players do in the break. It looked like Johnny stood at the line the entire time the break happened, and just was ready to go for leg number 8. This can be one of those things. Being down at the break can focus someone, right? A little, like there's different levels of focus that these guys can go through, and especially those top level players. And on stream, down at the break, against a player that you've been talking some trash to, and has been talking some trash back in a fun way, of course. You don't want to get beat by that person, and you're gonna see Johnny, I think, throw that last start a little bit more methodical. He's missed a couple of last starts that he's tried to kind of rush in there, and it's been the difference in this. He lost a break of throw leg by rushing his last start on the bullseye. We'll see if he kind of calms that down as we move forward.
Yeah, but it's not like Johnny is down by a couple legs. He's
No.
just down by one. He's been able to hold throw. So just one break of throw turns the tide around. And he forces Austin to now break his throw. So I don't know. This could go either way, man. The 4.8 and 4.66, that's just halfway through. We could see that jump up by a significant amount, or we could see that decrease by a little bit. We'll see how we continue on.
So because we're not there, and because we're not able to kind of like feel the momentum swinging with these players, we tend to focus on a couple of like little things, like how do they pull their darts out of the board, right? And Johnny just snatched his darts out, and that tells you kind of where he is. He's starting to get a little, I'm gonna guess, frustrated with not hitting these big numbers.
We'll see if he's kind of in his own mind here. If he's, I'm able to see if he's rocking the earbuds or not. Usually Johnny does rock the earbuds and jams out to some music. I would imagine he's doing the same.
I'm pretty sure he is, because after leg number 6, he kind of had to take out his earbud to hear someone say, "You got one more leg," or something like that.
Okay. I had figured so. He's usually jamming out to some old school hip hop or something.
And he takes a shot at the close on darts 2 and 3. And that's going to be a little bit of a mental mistake, I think.
Well, with Austin hitting the 17s like he did earlier, this could be detrimental.
Well, now he's hitting the 20.
Here. Oh, no triple. Oh, no. Okay. Well, he did what he had to do. He had to stay right there. I figured he's at least going to put in a triple. We saw him before the break just hitting that 17 like none other.
Starting going back up to the points. He made up for the little not going up points last round, so that'll work. Got off the hook there from Austin. But it's closer than it was at the start, that's for sure.
Mike Carter asking Austin Braswell versus Johnny Lackey. Question is, who is better looking? Don't you know that answer? It's Will Stuart.
I concur. Ricky Bobby is just trying to play someone on Grand Board while he watches darts, okay? Just somebody get on there and do it. 7 mark there from Johnny. Paul Schwinneman said, probably listening to Aqua or NSYNC. And sadly, I know that Aqua is Barbie Girl. And NSYNC is Bye Bye Bye. Plus other songs.
Either or, good choices. Maybe some Britney Spears mixed in here and there.
Jeremy Burns saying, Will, don't forget the barbecue next weekend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, going to be a good barbecue up there in Wisconsin.
How about that? There's Johnny Lackey taking control. Boom goes the dynamite. That's number 13 on the evening between these two players. And I think that's number 4 for Johnny, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Austin's been really hitting the 9 marks here.
But he's been a bit quiet in the last couple of legs with it. Jeremy, you provide the cheese curds. He'll provide the barbecue.
That's easy.
And I'll just show
Easily done. Easily done. I rode right through Kansas City on my way up, so I think Nick can concur about some LC's action in Kansas City.
Some of the best food I've ever had was going to LC's, and I was practically holding Will's hand because I was looking around. I'm like, we're not a good part of town over here, and that's how we knew the food was going to be amazing.
Yep. That is in every city. That is exactly right. The food is the best. Is always fantastic. 4.71 there for Johnny Lackey. And he now is tied back up with Austin Braswell. And the way that the CSC Challenger Series works, you do not have to break the throw of anyone, and you can win the match because that last leg decider is a diddle before you start.
And I always forget to mention that. It's just, I'm so used to that break a throw being so crucial. It's really not a big deal here
Nope.
if it doesn't happen, because you could win another cork going into that last leg, or 3 darts. Highest one gets the start in that last leg. It can be so crucial.
Yeah, and if Austin gets broken here, he still doesn't have to break the throw. It can still win the match.
Austin eyeballing the 19s with the last dart.
Gets it done. And how about Johnny Lackey starting off with a 2-0?
Yeah, kind of a dud there.
That's a little bit more like it.
Some of you folks at home may be wondering, just like in astonishment, how are these guys doing this? Well, lots and lots of practice. It takes dedication and precision, and hours on the board to be able to put these kind of numbers up.
And these are two. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, although Austin has kind of managed to pick up these numbers in a manageable 2 years margin, kind of crazy to think of, right?
Yeah, that must be nice. What helps him a lot, and what helps Johnny Lackey a lot too, as we get another 9 mark from him, 14 total, is both these guys have very structurally sound throws.
Mm-hmm.
Their technique is pretty flawless for both players. They both set right at their eye line, go right underneath their eye line, and just fire straight forward at the dartboard. They'll both follow through fully. All those little things. They don't move their body when they throw for the most part. It all leads to more success, because the difference between these guys and you sitting at home is consistency on the dartboard. You want to be as consistent as possible. These guys do the exact same thing. They stand at the exact same part of the line every single time they throw.
Exactly. So get out there,
Biggest
get a part of the PPD program, dartstoc.com. Get involved in those leagues, get your games in, and who knows, maybe you can find your way into the CSC Challenger Series as well.
Well, Austin's going to regret his decision to maybe do something a little bit different there. He closed the 18s on the last start instead of pointing again, and his points are gone. And Johnny now has a new wedge that's open. But when you have the scoring power of Austin Braswell, you can pick it up a different way. But how about a 6.4 for Johnny now? He started out with a 2.0, and he has done nothing but railroad the scoring since then.
Big last start there from Lackey, but Braswell can take advantage here. He can hit a big trip 16 and close his 17s out.
Do you think it's going to take a 6+ to break a throw tonight?
Oh yeah.
Like, interesting steal look.
I think it definitely takes a 6+, because both these guys have been hovering. Our lowest one this evening, our lowest winning average, it was a 4.14. So we could potentially catch a slip, but I think at this point in the game, both these guys know what they need to do the rest of the evening. It's going to probably take a 5-5 or a 5 or a 6-0 to break a leg.
Yeah, Austin doing a smart thing there, opening up another wedge after missing the first 2 darts on the 16. And I'm going to say this, Austin is starting to take hero darts at numbers, which he did not do early in the match when I was calling out his great darts, right? And so I think that the mental focus of having to have Johnny Lackey just right there on your heels every single leg that you're winning is starting to maybe take its toll a little bit. He's starting to do some different stuff that he did earlier in the night. Some little like brain errors, right?
Great mentionable there, sir, as Sean was able to pick that up for you all at home that may not be seeing that with your own eyes, because we could very well see a break of throw here as Austin tries some different strategic maneuvers. He needs to, like you said at the very beginning of this, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You got to maintain throughout this CSC. There's nothing wrong with trying to change a strategy move if things are going wrong. But if things are going well, maybe you just hold out until your opponent does something wrong.
Well, guys, do us a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button, as this has all the makings of going the distance. And no winning darts for Austin Braswell in this one.
That so utter uncertainty.
Ooh, puts a little
In the
pressure on Johnny
voice.
Lackey again, though. I had to make sure.
Yeah,
You're trying to do math at the same time you're talking. Oops. Well, 3 bowls will win the leg. 2 might lose it.
Well, here we go for our first break.
There it
And
is.
It was a
And he got a little clap.
5-7.
He got a little clap in there, too. He's like, it's about time I was able to do that. And what a time to do it. He takes a 5-4 lead, his first lead of the match for Dr. Handsome, Johnny Lackey.
That was a massive for Salt and Pepper.
He was pushing it real good.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 copyright. Dun, 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 dun. Shut down the stream.
I will say, compared to our first week Division 1 matchup of Maloney and Spencer, this is kind of the exact opposite, where we saw true domination on the dartboard there, and it was very much like unwavering. And here we're seeing two forces, which right now the tides might be starting to change a little bit, but up until this point have been neck and neck and not really giving either an edge.
Well, I'm beginning to wonder if Johnny Lackey is listening to us and heard that salt and pepper remark, because he starts this one off with a 9.
Yeah, and you saw he snatched the darts out of the board that time, but that was a good snatching of the darts. That was a I'm feeling it snatching of the darts. And he stays on the points like he should have done. And now Austin has to at least stay on the 18s for 6 of them, I would think, before he would even attempt to close the 20s. He might take the 20s away here, but he's probably going to stay. He does stay and hits himself a 9 mark of his own. Wow. This is that's number 16 on the night, sir.
Yeah, pretty good numbers here. I mean, I don't know.
I don't like the last dart. I don't like it. I guess I do like it because then it makes him shoot a 7 mark to close all the numbers if he hits the 17. But yeah, it was okay with me.
Do you feel that we've seen? I think for our averages right now, we were a 4.8 and a 4.66 going into the break. I mean, maybe I'm just maybe I'm just swayed in the mind of seeing all these fantastic averages, i.e. Mike Maloney, Leonard Gates, like we have in the past, Rick Kinsey. But it seems like we've had a lot more 9 marks than the averages are displayed tonight.
I would agree with you. I think we're seeing maybe a few more 2 marks, 3 marks than we saw last week from Maloney. Like I said, he didn't have a single leg below a 5.22, and that's ridiculous anyway. But on a different, separate note, it just shows you the consistency of each round. Each time he shot 3 darts were exactly where he wanted them to go. As we get another 8 mark there from Austin Braswell. And he now regains control big time in this leg. And Johnny was trying to take away the points and threw a very slack first dart for him. 3 bowls needed for Austin. Tie it back up 5-5. And he's trying not to let Johnny to have that lead for long. There it goes. 5.43 recovery game. And that was with Johnny starting out with a 9 mark.
Yeah, that was impressive to overcome that one. I think it was a 7 mark. Yeah, it was a 7 mark opener for Austin. So if it wasn't for that, honestly, I don't think he would have hang in there and kind of overtook that leg. But kudos to him for kind of stomping his foot in the ground, making this 5-5. Well, I'm going to put my foot in the ground as well and ask you folks at home, do you think this is going the distance? Let us know in the chat. You also qualify for a chance at our A to Z darts giveaway. A set of Target Sync darts tonight is our giveaway. Love that from A to Z darts.com.
There you go. And a big 9-mark start for Austin Braswell. Boom goes the Floridian. Figure I'd throw in that. You can get that jersey, guys. If you're in Florida, go ahead and get that jersey. Magicwear.com. Boom goes the Floridian. It's got Nick Dichiria's beautiful face on it. It's got Carly Griggs' beautiful face on it. Will Stewart's handsome as can be face. And some other guys on there too that's not. That makes it look worse. But Florida darts. Gotta love it.
Goes up, tries to snatch it away. Not able to do so. Just a single mark there. We got a good handful of folks thinking this is going to go the distance. Some say a 9-7. I'm loving that.
Yeah, we get some 9-7 Lackey, and then definitely some going the distance.
Hey, real quick there, Nick, can you see if Brian Henry's still there?
Oh, yeah. He's leaning
Oh,
against the
man.
chair there.
Figured someone let him know he almost broke our cameras with his ugliness there, but
What?
I guess not. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
I had to lay into him a little bit. I hope he's listening in the background. But
I think he just shook his head at you. Oh boy. If he is
boy,
listening in the
indeed.
background, do you think anyone's telling Austin what we're saying about like the point over going for the hero closes, making sure you keep your head in it?
But there's got to be someone listening to us there. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, it's hard to imagine. Do you buck up and say something, or you just let him play it out? I mean, here's the thing. He's
There you
playing
go.
well. He's playing well.
He's listening? Like Austin's listening to us?
Oh no,
Uh-oh.
Austin, what are you doing listening to us, my man?
I would definitely never do that.
Wendy's got it on the surround sound there at Skybox. Whoa, hello.
Hey, is that Nick Selepic, that handsome face back there? No. Oh, that's Daryl. That's how skinny Nick's gotten. Looks like Daryl now.
Okay, Brian's listening.
Okay.
Okay, I was about to say, if Austin's listening, what are you doing? I couldn't do that. There's no way.
I told you I've had that happen on the Siege before, right?
Really?
Yeah. He had us in his ears as he was playing. And took our advice. He won. So that's great. So we said something smart. Or he's just talented and did it on his own. But shout out Detroit for that one.
I couldn't get over the fact that at the U.S. Masters, you can hear the dart hit the board, and they play that throughout the whole arena.
I love it.
Not just at the board. So that was kind of threw me off there for a little bit. That as a player, you'd have to listen to that.
I love that sound. That sound is so pure to me. Like I could listen to that sound and fall asleep. But Austin Braswell, that would have been a huge start. Johnny slacking this leg, man. Austin's trying to get the 6-5 lead, and Johnny's just kind of letting him have it, really, right this second.
Yeah, this is a chance for him to just right the ship right back to where we were at the very get-go. See if Austin can kind of continue on here. Doesn't need to really get anything of significant value, but he's going for the points first before going to the 16s. I don't mind that play. I also would be keen just to kind of go 3 fat 16s and move on. Of course, if you hit the triple, it's always good too. I mean, come on.
It helps.
Yeah,
it helps.
For sure.
Johnny unable to get the point lead there on the 16, so they're about to go bye-bye. Yeah, Stacy Braswell is sitting at the table back there. Shout out to Mrs. Braswell watching along, cheering on her husband. And he gave it a little curse there, I think, but it's just not because of the fear of losing the leg. It's just why didn't he end it there type of situation.
Yeah, we saw a little bit more movement from Johnny in that last go round. I think he knows that this leg's pretty much over here, as Austin will get us right back to where we were before. A 3.70 for Johnny there. So yeah, a little bit of a SpaghettiOs moment there for Johnny. Let's see if he can turn this around right now, right here in this one.
Well, he has the energy of the disco ball, and he's trying to utilize his talent. Unfortunately, only gets a 4 mark there to get a start in this leg, and Austin has to feel like the momentum is starting to shift back towards him. That was the first leg since leg number 1 that Austin kind of got a clean, not pressured round from Johnny, and that one was actually against the throw.
Big triple opener. Ricochet on the second.
Gets himself 120. That'll work. Brian Matthews saying Lackey for the W. Bobby Ames rooting for Johnny. He's a Wisconsinite rooting for Johnny there. Interesting.
Whoa. What's going on here? Wisconsinites joining in on the party.
Oh, yeah. Guys, let us know where you're tuning in from. I'm Sean Green, joined by the GOAT, Will Stuart, USA Darts Productions. Nick Dichiria, Dirachi's in the background, flipping those cameras for us, giving us some insider information, although it's been very brief tonight, which has been nice for everyone's ears. And nice for everyone's eyes is watching these two players just throwing heat and lighting sticks of dynamite on fire. Boom goes the dynamite there. Austin Braswell.
Yeah, so some haymakers here. Go ahead, Nick.
I was going to say, do you guys think out of the couple times we've seen Johnny Lackey, we know what he's capable of. We've seen him perform very well on the stream in the past, and he's performing pretty well tonight too. But would you wait to say this is probably the best we've seen Austin Braswell play on the live stream?
I would say yes, just because I think the last times we've seen him, he's been in that 4-6 range, maybe 4-5 range. But now we're seeing him. I think he was at a 4-8 before. I think we're seeing him creeping up on the 5 range here, potentially. Maybe not. Maybe 4-9.
I can tell you this: the momentum has definitely shifted back towards Austin, and not only has it shifted back towards Austin, Johnny's not throwing Johnny darts here right this second. He's got to kind of refocus himself and figure out quick, because yes, Austin's still 3 legs away from victory, but that's starting to turn into 2 legs away real quick. And if it does, that is Johnny going to have to break some throws.
Which is a tough task to do, especially at this point in the game. Easier to do that at the very beginning parts, because you feel like you still have some legs to work with. Now it's going to feel like, oh man, he only needs 2. Oh man, he only needs 1. And that's detrimental.
Which is always fine when your darts feel good. But I can tell you right now, even a 4.29 from Johnny Lackey is not feeling good on his darts. Eric Larson coming in a little late to the party. Eric, I told everyone how to get involved in the CSC Challenger Series about an hour ago.
And Mike Maloney, maybe if you're watching from the very get-go, instead of playing a 9-0 match, you would know that we already said the winner plays Mike Maloney.
Yeah, we're doing playing darts while we're talking.
Sorry, Mike Baloney.
No, I'm kidding, Mike. Mike, I love you. One of us has to.
50-50.
Ryan Solomon's going to give him enough crap for it. Oh. You gotta love it. He's 18-2 so far in the CSC Challenger Series, and he probably gets the most hate of any player in the CSC Challenger Series. But how about this 7-5 lead for Austin Braswell? He is now 2 legs away from an upset. We're gonna call it an upset. It's not a big upset based on averages and everything like that, but it's a good upset. Still a lot of time left though for Johnny.
Well, that's 3 legs on the spin there for Austin. Wanted to mention that one because that is tough.
Eric said I had league. Don't yell. I didn't yell. I just talk loudly. I project.
Well, for those at home, don't forget A to Z Darts is featured in the Red Horizon range for the entire month of February. Receive a free flight pack, including 6 sets of Harrow's Villas flights. Keep in mind to tick that free gift option at checkout. You don't want to forget that, or else you're not going to get the free gift. You can view the rest of the Harrow's 2023 launch, including new ranges such as the Imperial Diamond, Black Knight, Toro, and the NX90 over at a-zdarts.com.
Jeremy asked, "Who am I talking about?"
Another
I guess
mark.
Boom goes the dynamite. Austin Braswell. Jeremy, I don't know what I said a minute ago. I got to be honest with you. So I think it was Maloney. I think we're still on that.
Phony Maloney.
Boom goes the dynamite right back for Johnny Lackey. He's not out of this thing yet. Let him know he's still here. He can follow 9 marks with 9 marks, and that is number 20. Bente. 9 marks this evening. Eric Larson says thermonuclear skybox curse. No. Skybox curse is not a thing anymore. I believe someone broke it. Who broke that, Nick, last year?
It was Jesse Gore with his very hard high fives, if we remember. Look
No,
like he can break someone's hand.
That was an intense match that he had where he was literally fist pumping. He was getting after it, almost Gerwin Price-esque in that match, if you recall. Just for those that are inquiring, by the way, you can check out our full CSC Challenger series, whether it be on YouTube and or Facebook. You can go back, check out all the archive content, check out all the goodies from when we first got going on this one, when we didn't know what we were doing. That's always a fun one to do. Go check out our content. Check out those beginning CSCs, Partners Promoting Darts, YouTube and Facebook, or USA Darts as well for last year's and this year's CSC Challenger.
For everyone that's listening along, Will, I'm going to need you to repeat the way you said that word.
What?
The A word that you said.
Archives?
Is that what you said? Is that how you pronounce that?
It must be a Kansas thing, I'm guessing.
You don't pronounce it archived? It's archived? Is that how you pronounce it?
Whatever, brother.
Did I just learn that? I learned that about you. Look at that.
I'm sorry, I got going too quick, and the Kansas boy got caught up.
You know what? You did a great job there, Will. I don't care.
It was
what
wonderful.
saying.
No, it was great.
No.
It was one of those words that like just immediately stood out right away when you said it that way.
Everybody in the chat's going nuts right now. And Paul Schwinderman goes, "It's definitely not a Kansas thing."
Oh, archived. All right.
Archived.
That's a new way.
Archived.
Hey, you learn something new every day about Kansas.
Wow. Of all the ones I've done, that still is not the worst one.
Eric Larson says, "Stay calm, chive on."
Listen, there's nothing better than some chives on some eggs in the morning. Might as well start tonight. Oh my goodness.
Well, Johnny has a little oopsie, just like Will's archived. And Austin has a chance to point a lot of 15s if he wants to.
Oh God. This is brutal.
Hey guys, by making fun of Will, you're automatically entered into tonight's live stream giveaway. We're I don't know if you can look at those archives, but we give one away every single week. Brought to you by A to ZDarts.com. Tonight's raffle winner will receive a set of Target Sync darts. Just hit that like button, make fun of Will in the comments about chives, and you will automatically be entered in for your chance to win.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Even the mother of dragons is in there saying better education on the Missouri side, clearly.
Oh, my God.
Sorry. I didn't mean to make it this bad.
I
in there.
deserve every bit of that one.
Cheyenne thinks it's going to be a dope jersey.
Well, let me tell you what, the chive master it is, my man. As I think I'm going to get Jen to make me a jersey with a bunch of chives on the back now.
It's perfect.
Will the chive, Stuart.
What does a chive look like?
A chive is a green onion, my man.
I knew that, but like I wanted you to be very specific in your chive description. Well,
oh, goodness gracious.
Johnny, let's get back to the darts. It's a really great matchup. We got a 4-7-3 and a 4-7-0. We're trying to see if Austin can chive his way back on in this thing. Hitting a lot of bowls to do so. Does so. Point lead back. And there's a good dart from Johnny, but he's, man, what a great leg this is. I hope it goes down as a classic because that means this will be replayed over and over again. Another bullseye to take the lead. I still have tears in my eyes. I'm just trying not to wipe them anymore.
Listen, but I'm about giving up tonight on this one. You may not hear anything from me the rest of the evening. I can't help myself on that one.
2 bowls.
Oh, goodness.
Got it in 1 dart. Johnny Lackey gets a much needed victory in that leg. 7-6 scoreline now. He does not get to go first, though. So Austin has a chance to make it 8-6. Johnny still has to break Austin's throw at least once to stay in this CSC Challenger Series match. Otherwise, Austin will get to 9 before Johnny gets to 8. Hey, that's the best compliment we've received. Cole Hansen, these streams get more and more entertaining every season.
Well,
and it's usually on the big mistakes that we make.
Because that lack of English knowledge when you were sleeping back in middle school and elementary school really did well. You spend more time in the principal's office than you do in your actual class. That tends to happen.
Lisa's probably my new favorite person. She says, chives make your eyes water like a good onion.
Onions. I've been watching a lot of Shrek lately because of the kiddo, and let me tell you what.
You have a lot of layers?
Ogres have layers, man, just like onions.
There you go. My daughter's like Luca and Moana. They're all about that water. I don't know why.
We're still trying to get over Sing 2 here at the household, so kill me if you would.
Scott Hanish, I bet you are dying to know how to get in the CSC Challenger Series. Well, the main thing you're going to need to worry about is that Division 1 challengers, the invitations are awarded to the highest skilled player rating, 32 players within the top 500 all-star rank list positions. And then Division 2 invitations are awarded to the second highest players, 32 players within the top 500 all-star rank list positions. I figured that's all Scott needed.
I hope you all know that Nick's going to get this verbal abuse later because of you guys picking on me in the chat.
I wasn't the one that brought it up. How is this anyway my fault?
I got to right the ship here. I got to pick on somebody, okay?
What did I do? I just been laughing quietly to myself.
Oh,
these comments are killing me, guys. You guys are doing fantastic work in the comments.
These comments are gold right now, and they're making me die Almost
Travis-
to the point where I want to mute myself and leave for the evening to just watch the comments.
Well, Katie Barrett saying "Boom goes the Chivamite" is hilarious. Travis Nystrom saying "Chive gumbo, chive schampi, baked chives." Like I'm just thinking Forrest Gump there the whole way through. This is, but chives are simple like onions. It's so good.
You guys want to know what my favorite Pringle is?
Sour cream and chives.
Pizza.
Well, I'll put that one in the archives for later.
Gotcha. Oh God, kill me, please. That's just terrible. Oh,
All right, Johnny Lackey
gracious.
trying to
Oh.
find a way to break this throw. A 5.5. I'm going to try and focus on darts instead of the chat anymore.
Yes.
And you should too, Will.
Yes,
Trust me.
I'm going to.
This will be archived. You can look back at them later. Sorry. I had to.
Oh, every tournament for the next forever is going to be like this. It's going to be great. I can't wait till I show up at an event when I'm 55 and hear, "Hey, Will, you know what's funny? Chives." All right, Johnny Lackey, he had the possibility here to maybe pack another leg on the board and make this 7-7 here, but Austin slams the door here.
Well, Dagger Dan says to stop talking about foods. Can you eat chives straight?
Oh my goodness.
I love this. Guys, by the way, again, just making a chive pun automatically enters into tonight's live stream giveaway. Tonight's winner will win a set of Target Sync darts. All you have to do is leave a comment in our chat. Anything at all. It's all good. And hit that like button, and you will be automatically entered for your chance to win. Thank you, A2ZDarts.com, for your continued support of the CSC Challenger Series.
For a 7 mark, grabs a 7 mark.
And Austin's going to look back up at the 20s. The question is, how many is he going to hit before he moves? Is it another one at it? Yep, it's 6 before he even looks. He's not even moving, is he? He stayed there for all of them. Boom goes the dynamite, Austin Braswell. And that is smart darts, because Johnny Lackey cannot touch the 860, even with a 9 mark on the 17s there. It's going to be kind of hard for a chive comment not to win the giveaway now. There's so many of them.
People are already starting to share stuff to my page. I.e. Lisa Van Dongen. Good one. Thank you. Appreciate it. Jerk. I hope you're not doing very well up there in Kansas City. I hope your kids wake up early in the wee hours of the morning. Just wanted to let you know.
Don't put that negativity on mothers.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I think the funniest part is not only is the match exciting, but that the viewership has gone up during the chive discussion here. I'm watching the graph slowly rise. I think we're on to something.
Yep. Not too many people are going to have to archive this one.
Next season, the chive season.
Ryan Solomon says chivalry. So that's pretty funny. So chivalry.
Welcome to the CSC Challenger Series. We've got shallot, onion, and chives on the mic.
You're all 3 of those, though. That's the funny part.
Yeah. That didn't work out too well. Hey, man, we're creeping up on another 1,000-point game. Look at this. We're in it. Round number 13.
And Johnny Lackey takes control of the leg there. Wow, what a time for a 9 mark. The Texan, who we thought might have seen the last of this leg opportunity, is now regained control. And yeah, I assumed Austin was going to get rid of the 17 there. We'll see if Johnny can get this done. If he does, he will break the throw.
This could be.
That's going to be good.
This could be massive because, like I mentioned just a little bit ago, I said this is really there was a door slamming moment for Austin, and it's kind of changed form here. Johnny looking for his opportunity to make this 7-7.
Oh, he went for the double and wired it and moved the board completely, but still it went outside. Oh boy. Yeah, Bobby Ames makes a great point. He says, just wait until Austin and Johnny go back and watch this later and wonder how it got to this conversation. For about three good legs, too, by the way.
This is this is gonna be one I'm gonna have to live with forever. Not looking forward to it.
Oh, man.
Considering retirement and moving to a small island in the Pacific.
Johnny Lackey does break the throw. It is now 7-7. What a leg of darts from Johnny Lackey. And he did it with intent focus while we were talking about chives. Yeah, it's definitely a chive mark from now on instead of a 5 mark.
All righty.
But Austin doesn't throw 5 marks. He throws 9 marks on the 20s. Boom goes the dynamite. Is that his 6th on the 20s alone?
I wouldn't doubt it one bit. This has just been a display of 9 marks from Austin tonight.
Well, Austin deserves a high chive for that one. We'll see how he continues to run here. I tried. I can't help it. Oh, I didn't know that just mentioning it was going to turn into this. I almost feel bad, but not really. Like, it's still really funny. There's not a single thing being talked about the match anymore. All right. Austin hits a lot of 20s. Chive of them, to be exact. And we're going to see the 18s being looked at here from Johnny Lackey.
It's okay, Will. I just muted Sean. You're safe now. You're safe. No more chives from Sean for the rest of the night. He's muted. It's safe. Speak your piece.
Oh man. Nothing can be said to right the ship here. To right the ship here.
I'm not back, am I? Nope. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Okay, good. I couldn't see it dancing with me speaking, so that's why I thought I was not. Johnny gets himself 7. Oh, boy. And guys, this is a different side point, but Will Stewart's looking for a new commentator for the Booyah Cup, as he just fired his old one. So if you have anyone in mind, just let him know.
Chive of them have already signed up.
I'm highly considering that. I don't even know if I have a career anymore, other than in the kitchen with chives. So I'm gonna bid you all adieu on this 9 mark. See you later.
Only a 7 mark, so he has to stay. That's the rules. And Johnny Lackey. Well, how about Austin Braswell? He got broke right there when he absolutely had control of the match. Only needed to hold his throw twice. And has since recovered very nicely to throw a 5-5 in this leg. And I don't know, there are people listening to our conversation that are at Skybox. I don't know how they are continuing not to just laugh hysterically while Austin's throwing. Like, are they walking away?
There's got to be some that have just decided just to leave because, my goodness, this has got out of hand quickly.
To say the least.
Looking for a 9 mark from Johnny Lackey.
Well, that puts a lot of pressure on Austin, more than he thought he was going to have on him. See if he goes easy. Yeah, he goes 20s first. He's staying right there. Gets 6 of them because it's automatic for him on the 20s. And that's good enough. Can't do it anymore. All right, Austin. Free reign to close the 15s. I promise, Will, I'm trying my best not to look at the comments anymore. He is too by covering his eyes. Oh, you can't cry live on TV. Will, you got to wait till you get off air. All right, and there's the win from Austin Braswell. It is now 8-7. All right.
Guys, I've cried tonight more than I've cried.
Oh, gosh. All right, Johnny Lackey needs to win this leg or else it's over. They're getting better. They're getting better still. How are they getting better still? How are the comments still becoming funnier? Guys, you're entered in tonight's giveaway just by leaving a comment. I just want to let everyone know that. Hit that like button, though, as Will has muted himself forever. Oh, Will, I love you. Come on back, buddy, whenever you want. Nick, what a night this has been so far for Austin Braswell and Johnny Lackey together. Does this go the distance?
It's poised to be so. I mean, everything has been shaping up to a back and forth. No one's getting a huge advantage matchup, and I would be surprised at this point if that were to start to break away from the status quo. Austin, Johnny do not want to go into the losers bracket here. They want their chance at Blvd, and I'm really excited to see how this one pans out.
Well, I like the move there from Austin to move away from the trip four. But Johnny's got control of the leg early. He is not letting the 17 dictate where he goes, though. So Austin a chance to take the point lead, but he'll still be down a couple wedges. Needs to find the triple in order to do so. Does not do so, only a chive mark. So Johnny Lackey is going to step up here and see what he can do.
I mean, you have to give respect to Johnny because he knew Austin was a great opponent and he didn't really doubt that. But what the difference is I don't think he was expecting this hard of a match where it was going to be consistently this close. And Austin, on the other hand, I think he was kind of expecting this. He knew that he was going to be a little bit of the underdog coming into this matchup and is playing like he has something to prove.
Well, he threw a couple hangers there, Sarge.
Alrighty, guys. Sorry, I had some internet issues. I missed this whole match. What's been going on? I mean, what have I missed?
Where you been, man? It's almost the last leg decider here. The CSC Challenger Series. Monday night, Division 1. And I don't think I've had a better Monday night.
Yeah, so
how about you, Will?
This got a hand really, really quickly as let me tell you what. Folks that watch this afterwards are going to wonder what the heck we are on tonight. And let me tell you, it's just laughter because this is outrageous. It's got a hand.
Now, as it looks like it will be a last leg decider here, do you guys feel like the diddle is going to be the key to who wins this, considering how the match has gone?
Yes.
Yeah, I would just say it definitely is going to be a big factor, but I don't think a break is out of realm.
Here's why I think the diddle's important. Austin in his 20s. If Austin gets to go first, he has hit 5 or 6 9 marks on the 20s alone, and I believe 4 of those have been to start the match. That's a tough deficit right out the gate to come back from. Obviously, Johnny Lackey can do it, but that and the diddle is going to be also something to look at with Austin. with how he's hitting the 20s.
I don't think we've ever seen a player go 9 mark on the diddle, 9 mark right into the first leg like we did at the start of this match.
It's very true. And Johnny just drops his dart, dusts it off, and hits another trip 20. Just letting us all know that I can also hit 20s, guys. Oh. Mr. Michael Ewing says, I'm definitely going to have to go back and watch it. I wish I had logged in earlier. Yeah, and guys, if you're going to watch this back, you're going to want to put the comments on real-time comments, okay? That's the only way to get through the CSC Challenger Series tonight. When you go back to the archives and look at it. I had to one more. I had to do one more. All right, Austin, going to start us off on the diddle. Last time he hit a 180. Will, what's it going to take to win the diddle here?
100 plus.
He's not going to get that.
Oh, there's going to be some anxiety here, some nerves.
It's a good last start, though. It really is.
I think that Austin really needed that ton there, because I think Johnny's going to feel a little bit more confident.
Oh, he's got to hit a trip.
Difference?
He does not. And Austin Braswell gets the start here in the last leg decider. Advantage, Braswell. And by the way, again, I have to point this out. Brian has been he's here visiting. He doesn't have a beast in this fight, and he has not sat down the entire match. He has stood up now for 2 hours straight. And that is because this match has been so good. And Austin Braswell is going to get the start here. Has been lights out on the 20s. And he starts it off the same exact way. He'll take 6 of them.
Yeah, it's not a bad opener, honestly. We'll see if Lackey can best that.
Oh, boy. I didn't realize how many dart things rhyme with 5. Austin Braswell. I did. Chat's still going, though. I can't help it, okay? I'm not the one typing all these. A 4 mark again for Austin Braswell on the 20s. And that's just keeping him at arm's length, but Johnny has a chance here. Does he take a look at the high ground yet? No. He's going to stay right there and be smart. Guys, we appreciate you guys tuning in with us this entire time, because the commentary has not been great for the last 4 years, over 4 legs overall. Really the 4 days that I've been doing commentary, the last 4 ones. But here we go. Austin gets another 9 mark on the 20s. Boom goes the dynamite. Number 26, man.
Yeah, that's a big number. That's a big number. And Austin's done most of those 9 marks.
Yes, he has. I will never do what you think I'm going to do next. Just so you know. Never do it. Oh, boy. He's going to want himself a Grand Slam breakfast with that trip 20. He gets it. And if you don't play steel tip, you have no idea what I just said there.
You see this? Is this going to go?
Oh, here we go.
Round out.
He's looking, and he knows that was one of the only opportunities he was going to get to steal that. How about Austin? Last leg decider 2 weeks in a row. And he won last week. So does that give him confidence going into this week's more?
Oh yeah, I think any win in the CSC can produce some confidence. Going downstairs is Lackey here.
Not going to get the point lead.
Yeah, he's got to come up with more than that. Now his back's against the wall. Braswell is going to go up the 19s here. Try to close those out and move on.
Those are gone.
I was about to say, do you point just for good measure? I would think that would be in my mind.
He had 2 legs. 2 legs where he made 2 critical hero dart mistakes. Since then, and that was right after the break. Since then, he has pointed when he needed to point every single time. I don't think I've seen a hero dart out of Austin since then. And that's, I think, what it's going to take to win tonight. Like, even there, could have gone at the 18s first, didn't. Smart dart. Now you can look at the 17s or go back and point. Another 9 mark for Austin Braswell. He is on fire in this last leg decider. He's got 2 9s already.
You see the folks there at Skybox are cheering him on every step of the way here. So he hopes to make this a 9-8 win in his favor.
Lackey's got a hope.
He's holding on, but man,
Yep.
just seems a little out of distance here, especially with Braswell just continuing to point.
This is the situation here on why winning the diddle is so important here. Austin's throwing a 5.88, John's throwing a 5.57, and this is not close right at this moment. Without 9 marks from Johnny, really from this point forward, next two rounds, he has to go 9-9, I think, and hope for a miss from Austin before that happens. Is that kind of what we're in here? I mean, he is not getting away points. He knows points win matches. And you hear all the time people get angry at people pointing from time to time. You have to. That's how you win these. Johnny can get the point lead here with a 7 mark, though. Or he can tie it up. He now has rapidly found the points back, and that's why you point if you're Austin. After you close the 17. Straight up to the points. And there's the opening for Johnny Lackey. There it is. Trip 16, go for the 20s.
And let's see if he does exactly what you said.
Oh,
can't do it now. Got to stay on the 16s. Does hit a big triple there.
Wire the trip 7, and that might end up being the only difference in this leg. It's a wired trip 20 from Johnny Lackey in round 4, and the wired trip 7. And Austin, again, no hero dart. He's going to point if those 20s are open. But here we go. The 5 mark, not quite enough. Now free reign going to the 16s, 15s. But he says, not yet. He's staying there too. Okay. Yeah. Now it becomes a little bit interesting.
It is getting interesting here. How does Johnny attack this one? Needs that 6 mark on the 16. He's not going to have it.
The 7's going to go, though.
That 7
and ties it up again. How about tied at 10-20 in the last leg decider after 12 rounds, bro?
Well, I knew this last leg. I figured it was going to get into that 1,000 mark range. Usually it's pretty hefty point-wise, as nobody wants to leave it to the other gentleman to win, but
huge
there's been a
7 mark.
Yeah, but say there's been a couple moments where maybe I questioned strategy in this last leg, but
is he looking at 20s? He did take out the 20s.
He did.
I saw his eyes shift, and I go, "Oh, is he doing that now?" 80-point difference, and Austin might need to take 2 darts here. He might need to take all 3, and hopefully he hits it. He does not hit it, and that is the opening Johnny Lackey was really needing. And wow, what a time for it. 2 trips. He's going to stay there all day, but he needs at least 6 of them.
That's a veteran move from Johnny Lackey. Will it pay off for him? It looks
sure
like
will.
It's going to be handy.
Wow, boom goes the dynamite. Johnny Lackey.
He just scared the people behind him. If you saw them whip their head around and say, "What is going on?"
Yeah,
Johnny Lackey's looking to advance.
Wow. Oh my gosh, dude. It is now 3-3 on bowls. Johnny Lackey gets the first look at it. What a comeback. He has got to finish it off, though, in 2 darts, and he's not going to. He did all of that work, and that's why he gives the Cobra. Can Austin get it done? He's got to calm the nerves now. He's not going to do it either. This is how nervy this has become, buddy. And he hits the double on dart 3, too, which is just brutal.
That is brutal indeed, as this just came down to a nail biter in the end.
Oh my
Who's going
gosh.
to win this one?
There it is.
Oh
The
my
Texan,
goodness.
Dr. Handsome, as you see Gerald Rutledge right there. Wow.
Oh,
What
awesome.
a freaking match and comeback for Johnny Lackey. For him to come back in that freaking leg, that might be the most amazing leg I've seen.
Oh my goodness. You can see Austin Braswell there in the game screen. Can't do nothing but clap his hands, and then he throws his shirt over his head and kind of looks
Oh my
down.
gosh,
He knows
dude.
that
What just happened?
that was such a close match. What a way to end it. It was unfortunate that we had some missed opportunities, but man, oh man, could have went to either individual. They had their chances. In the end, it's Johnny Lackey who will advance to play Mike Maloney in the next round.
If you'd have told me 3 rounds ago in that leg that Johnny Lackey was going to win it, I would have called you crazy. What the heck just happened, man? That is just Johnny Lackey just refused to lose that leg. And unfortunately, Austin needed 2 bullseyes and just couldn't get it done. Well, he needed 3. He needed 3 bullseyes and hit 2 of them at the very last. But wow, that is one of those legs that you're going to want to archive.
Wow, holy chive, my man. Holy chive.
Wait till I
God,
post the chive lights for this one.
All right, listen. I hate every one of you individuals in the chat right now, and I just want to let you know, I have a very big dog that could take some abuse tonight. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's all good and fun. All good and fun. We definitely appreciate you folks joining us this evening.
That was insane. That was an insane leg, dude.
Yeah, it was insanity. It was a great match. It was a great match.
I mean, that's for Johnny to hit that 9 mark on the 15s there. So big, man. It's so big, and it's such a clutch, like, veteran move. There's not too many people that have the ability to even hit that shot there in that exact moment. You know, like that was either do or die, and he had 1 opportunity left. He was given 2. He did not walk through those doors, got 1 more, and he took advantage of it. And that is, I mean, Austin's going to be kicking himself for a while, but he shouldn't. Johnny could have just easily let off the gas there about halfway through that leg and just didn't.
No, I mean Johnny. I mean that match overall was fantastic. I don't know where we were sitting on 9 marks overall, but you could definitely tell that it was in the favor of Austin Braswell. He was just laying in 9s. Just it seemed every leg he was laying in at least 1 9 mark. And when you're doing that, I mean, wow, you're going to be tough to beat. But in the end, Johnny Lackey just doing what he needed to do, holding off the brutal haymakers that Austin was throwing, and overall he won. He won. So
And
wow.
in the exact moment that happens, Johnny Lackey turns into a Marvel villain because the Hulk is taking on Dr. Handsome, and if one of those sounds like the villain name, it's definitely the Doctor, right?
Yeah. Yep. Salt and Pepper, as I call him, Dr. Salt and Pepper, will advance to play Mike Maloney in the next round.
Wow.
For Austin, he will play on the loser's side. Let me find out that information real quick, potentially.
I'll probably find it quicker because
You probably will, because you work with brackets more than I do on that double elimination side.
and it's going to take you 5 minutes to find it.
At least 5 minutes.
Steve Hennings.
Yep.
Steve Hennings. Okay. So it should be a good one. Should be a good one between him and
Who just
Steve.
beat Jesse Gore. Jesse Gore's out.
Oh,
CSC
man.
Challenger Series.
Didn't see that one coming. Jesse, a
Right.
tough competitor, but some other updates. Sean Cafflish beating Jamie Kopp Bob Anderson beating Jordan Meyer. Mike Maloney, of course, beating Meduna. So,
Wait. Yeah, I was right about the. Whew. I was like worried so much there that I had messed that up. Yep. I mean, and Donald Spencer will play Mike Scarborough, which means that Leonard Gates has moved on in the winner's side. So that is another match that has taken place. So we have 4 players in the, well, 5 players now with Johnny in the quarterfinals already. Mike Maloney, Johnny Lackey, Bob Anderson, John Edwards, and Leonard Gates. The last one's not shocking at all.
not shocking at all. Well, that's going to do it for us this evening, folks. What a match. What a chive.
What a life-changing event that just took place, man.
This is brutal. By the way, for those that didn't catch on the jokes about abusing Nick and the dog, were definitely jokes. They're not going to happen, folks.
They're not
So
jokes.
don't be
They're
crying.
not
Don't be
Help.
crying. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I guess what can happen? I guess I'll be the chive man for the rest of my life.
Who would have thought that one mispronunciation was going to change your life forever, buddy? And even said it was never mind. Anyway, we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
So craziness has happened. Congratulations to Johnny Lackey, Austin Braswell. You gave it the absolute fight of your life, and you cannot be upset. You will be. You don't need to be though. That was a lot of pressure on anyone in that moment, and it happens. The good news, grow from it. You're going to learn from that. You've been playing darts for 3 years, and you're shockingly good already. So that type of experience only going to make you better, buddy. That's all I can say. Like, at the end of it, you're not going to watch this far. You're going to watch at the end and then never watch it again. But just keep that in mind, man.
Yep,
For anyone.
He could make a trip back. You could see him in the finals still. So just keep that in mind. Austin's not out of this. Alrighty, folks. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time for the CSC Challenger Series, brought to you by Partners Promoting Darts.
Wednesday.
Go ahead.
Wednesday. Let's hype this baby up.
Yeah, what's Wednesday? Who do you got Wednesday night?
We have Division 2. It's Chris Alexander from Pittsburgh, PA, taking on TJ Shoemaker from Phoenix, Arizona at Bullshooters. So that's where we're going to be live from on Wednesday. I wish we were actually live from Bullshooters on Wednesday. But we'll be virtually in our own locations.
And maybe live from Pittsburgh as well.
Yeah. Oh,
maybe.
A little bit something to brewing up behind the scenes for the Dirachi himself, young buck Nick Dichiria. I cannot wait for Wednesday. It's going to be a great time.
A great time indeed, folks. It should be a good one. I'm looking forward to Wednesday night, 8:30 Central, right here on Partners Promoting Darts and USA Darts. Once again, thanks for joining us. Thanks for dealing with the chive comments. We appreciate it. William Stuart here, alongside me, Mr. Sean Green and Nick Dichiria in the background. We'll see you next time.
Keep calm and chive on.